So what's going on today? Well, I bought these cheap, really cheap little LED strip lights that you can hang on screws. And I'm going to run them all the way along the bottom of that soffit. So you just screw 2 screws in. And I'm just going to put them down through there, and I can move them around, I think, in the future if I need to. And they daisy chain like up to 6 of them together. All right, guys and gals and friends and fans of Bob's Barn Workshop. Hey, look, I got my 4 soffit lights up here to go over the work, that'll light my workbenches so I won't have to stand in my own shadow when I work with my hands. Plus fluorescent light, because the tubes are long. Well, actually they're LED tube lights. Because the tubes are long, the light comes from many sources, so you don't create harsh shadows. What else have I done? I got this temporarily hooked up. I might change this in the future. This stub was already in here. I found this regulator. Seems to work. Sears regulator. I found this dryer filter, so I put the dryer filter there. Came up with a couple of scrap nipples. Quick disconnect. Now that's the big quick disconnect. That's the industrial size, so I'll get more airflow. And then I got my hose reel bolted to the wall with a couple of lags. You know, you can see them in the back there. There were lags that had like heads on them, so a couple of 2-inch lags. That's not that heavy. I don't have to worry about somebody yanking it off the wall. That's like washer heads. One thing I think I need to do, and I may do that today, is you see how I've got that metal cable coming out of the box and wrapping around behind and coming up to the new pressure switch. I don't know if that'll meet code or not. I need to get my final inspection. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over and spend a few more bucks, and I'm going to get a raised lid for that has the 3-pin twist lock 20 amp connector. Get a piece of 12-3 like I used for the lift, the car lift, and a couple of compression fittings. Actually, I only need 1 compression fitting. And then tie that into the pressure switch, and I can get that done. Now I need to get a friend to help me get this off from, that's on a dolly right now, so I could move it around while I was under construction. Got the furnace running now. I found out that when it's windy, it blows the flame out. So I ordered another different kind of chimney cap for it. And I got a couple of pipes that I can make a 90 out of, so I can turn the pipe up and put a regular mushroom cap on it and see if that helps stop the wind from blowing. Because this thing that's out there now is just like a funnel that points straight into the wind. And of course it's facing west. And that's where we get all the wind. So today my daughter's coming over in about an hour or so, and we're going to change the oil in her Honda HR-V and do air filter and oil filter, of course. And we're also going to do her differential oil change. That's recommended according to her manual, so we're going to do that. And it's been cold, so the ground should be frozen. And so we're all good. All right, guys. Oh, the fan just shut off. It's 60 degrees in here. That's what I set it for. 60 is fine. I do have a lot of cold air leaks. That's what I should do today while I'm waiting, is where I sealed up all these gaps. They're not super sealed. I got to get up there and caulk those really well. And then I'm going to put insulation in from the backside. Yeah, just a couple more jobs getting done. I felt all kinds of air blowing in around these windows. So I got out some expanding foam. This is too narrow for the jet to get in, so I've got to just caulk those, but I'm waiting for this foam to expand. Up there by where the rafters, the old shingles came through, he had cut back the shingles down to the bare decking, so I was able to shove the neck back in there and really seal those good on both ends. I guess maybe I said this earlier, but I'm going to have to get up in here with regular caulking and caulk around the edges of those just to help keep cold air out. You know, I have to pay for it. But man, there was a lot of wind coming in around these windows, and since I put that foam in there, my daughter was in here. You can see the tire tracks. We changed her diff fluid in the back. We changed her oil and filter, rotated her tires, and put in a new air filter for her. So we did some maintenance on her car. It's an HRV, nice little car. So we got to use the lift for what it was designed to do. Solid as an absolute rock. Perfect. This thing is perfect. I'm telling you, I love it. The oil is, of course, in the collection tank over here. That thing worked. It's flimsy and cheesy, but it works for what I needed to do. If I keep doing more of this and I get really so I need it, I'll buy a better one. But right now, it collects the oil, and that's all. All right, guys, gals, we're back in the workshop again today. And what we're going to do is we're going to assemble this workbench. Gotta flip it over again. I'm going to put it near the ends. I'm going to build some drawers here underneath this too, I've decided. Got to kick these legs out like make these stupid sawhorses not so hunky-dunky here, whatever you want to call it. Of course, I always need help, but I never have it. So what I'm going to do is, seeing the tops of those legs are so flat, I am going to install them right here. I think I'm going to put them about a foot in from the ends. So I'm going to drill my hole. And just like that. What do you think? Now I can just mark the holes, drill, and drive my carriage bolts in. I'm just going to kind of wing this. My furnace is running today like a champ. I should be able to put an engine block on top of this, you know. That's 6.5 inches. Well, I'm an eighth of an inch off. 6.5. 6.5. I decided I'm going to put 5 bolts in each end. That's 1 3/4. 1 3/4, close enough. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now I'm going to lay this thing out of the way, but I want it to go okay. Now I'm going to go get an exact 5/16 bit because I want this. All right. I think I found the right bit. And this ain't rocket science, so I don't want this need to be like super exact or anything, but sometimes you think you're being nice, straight, All right. I think I'm going to drive the bolts out first. I got nylon knots and washers too. hope these aren't too loose. They are a little loose, but it'll work. Excuse me. Of course, I'll drop this on there and I'll punch them all out. I do have nylock nuts for these. One, two, three, four, five. Nylock nuts are nice because you don't need lock washers. They won't loosen up on you. If I decide this is too wobbly, I'll just add some more bolts to it, but I don't think I need to. These probably could have been 2-inch, but I wanted to make sure I had enough room to get everything started. Hopefully these nylock nuts won't screw me up in the long run. Wish me luck. Wrong size nut. Bolt. Whatever. Is that it right there? Yeah. I think this is long enough. That's going to wobble. All right. So we're going to do the same thing on the other end. I guess I'll film it, but you know, you can always fast forward through it. I'll put it on fast forward when I launch it here. I'm going to put this right at 6.5. Make a mark. Ready for the unveiling. Okay, I'm going to get you out of the way because I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put it over here along the wall, and I've got to sweep and clean, so you don't want to see me do that, but I'll have the space cleaned up when we flip this over. All right, let's see if I can manage to bust my ass doing this somehow. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let one end down. Ugh. That metal is sharp on the edges. This framing, let's be careful not to cut myself. Well, there's a piece of wood under it, good, I'd get a finger grip that way. Happy accident. Bob Ross would say. Okay, this is hard. It's all twisty, but I think it will settle out with some weight on it. I'm not going to worry about it right now. All right, now see, that's a nice workbench height. It's right up here where you work. I got a feeling this will sink back because that's wood and the weight will eventually settle itself out. That's good. And I don't think it's going to be wobbly. Well, maybe it is. I guess I'm going to have to, because it's wood. What I need to do is get some plywood or something and put on the back of it to add some diagonal bracing to it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. But all in all, there it is. The bench. All right. We're getting there, ain't we, folks? Well, I'm going to take a short break. And then we'll continue. I think I'm going to have a Coca-Cola. And the heater goes off on cue. So I built the shop back in 99. So the shop's 25 years old this year. And this is part of the rim board that went around that the rafters all sat on for the 14-inch trusses. So this is where all the weight of the roof sits and the new roof on pieces of this along the top of my wall. Well, I had this piece up in the attic for 25 years. Now I'm going to use it to bolt on and act as my stiffener. So I guess I'm going to let you down because I'm going to do this from the back. I don't need you back there in my way. This is going to be like a circus, so don't laugh. So what I'm going to do, this is the pretty side, so I'm going to make the pretty side towards the front. I'm going to put the first one in. This will take it in most of the way. All right. Greetings. Nova Scotia. And I'm doing this so that I have as much space between the nuts on these, between the bolts as I can get. Pull these together. For some reason they're kind of splayed, the legs. And what this is going to do is going to take a while. She won't love it. Under next winter. Can I push this in? Oh yeah. Though that stuff is hard. That stuff. It ain't gonna come apart anyway. Now I'm going to measure this before I tighten the bolts up. See how much I have to draw together. If I have to draw it together, I will do so with a tourniquet or a ratchet strap or something. Of course I got to measure it from the inside. It'll make it extra convenient. Come on. This is when you need somebody freaking helping you. Alright, I'm going to get it. Damn. Thing ain't long enough. I've heard that before. I need a deep socket. No, that's pretty close. But you can see what I'm doing. This is bracing. This will make it the back leg very tight, so they won't shift back and forth. Let's do the top one. I got a wrench here. My knees are getting too bad for this shit. Yeah, these holes are like at least half-inch holes, so there's only 5/16 bolts, so I gotta rely on tightness to keep these from slipping. Friction is our friend. Friction holds everything together on this planet. And a little gravity. Oh, good. That one came loose. Of course. Because the stupid thing has, you know, a lip on it. There. I'll girder dry rubber, that song is done. Get this one checked out. This one. This one actually looks pretty straight. Of course, I didn't bring the damn tools. I will punish you if you don't. Screw them in. We punish you. Guess I need to punish it. Oh, this will take a while now. At least most of it. Oh, stiff now. All right, so now I was thinking about making a shelf for the bottom. And I'm trying to decide what I would do for that, I could just toss a couple of 2x4s in there and lay an OSB on it and screw it down. Like this. That seems attainable. Then I could notch it, let it run right to the end. Now maybe I'll bring it back to here. What do you think? Better? I think so. Alright. Alright, well I got the couple of 2x4s cut and laid in there. If I don't like the way the springiness is going to be, I'll turn them on edge. But right now I'm just going to lay them in there. So now I need another piece. Alright. Says 23 3/4, 23 and a half, so 23 and a half minutes. If this stuff is even square. Cut her with my sword. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, let's throw her in the bottom. Just like that there. All right, there's my bottom shelf. And I'm just gonna put a couple screws in it just to hold it in place. I'm gonna find my, yeah, there's a gap, I don't care. I have a very little tolerance of carrying. So. Slow that down. Jeepers creepers. Some of this stuff is hard. I don't know if it's hardwood or what it is. Or the chips, I mean, are made out of hardwood. Got a nice fuel burn. Six in this one. I don't need too many screws. This is going to hold cardboard boxes or whatever. Oil filters or something. That's it. Two more. Ouch. These are actually recycled screws. I'm taking stuff apart. Shelf. There we go. I'm done for the night, folks. Bench is built. If I have to, what I'll do is I will take something like this in the back and attach it to that back brace and screw it into the shelf that I'll reinforce it. That's strong enough for anything to put on there. I don't think it's going to bow. Nothing that I'm going to worry about anyway. Now she's nice and level. Did you notice? All right. Cool, we're getting there. I need to bring my other bench in over there under the electrical panel. The welders are going in the middle. I got a parts cleaner in here to go. Maybe that'll go right there somewhere by the welders. I got a grinder. So I want to get a press, a 12-ton press at least. I'm going to put that down by the doorway, by the light switch down there. And then this is going to be more shelves. You've heard me say this a dozen times, more shelves. All right, guys. Take care, God bless. This is it for now. Bob's Bar and Workshop.